So welcome to our session. In our today's session, we will start with the normalizer transformation. Whatever the transformation we have seen so far, so those transformations only frequently used transformation. This normalizer or the next transformation and all will be very rarely used transformations. So these transformations are the normalizer transformation is an active transformation and a connected one. Okay, it's a connected one. It's an active and connected. So what is the normalizer? So whenever we have the pivot operations in our SQL, right? Our SQL, we have the pivot operations. It is converts the flattening the table. That's what. If I want to do a normalization of the tables, then I can go for the normalizer. So row into column. That's what it converts. Transpose the data. Okay. So in SQL, we have the pivot operations, unpivot, right? So same way in Informatica, in order to convert the row into column, we can go for the normalizer. So in addition to this, if you are getting the data from COBOL source, that's what mainframe. You are getting the data from mainframe. Okay. If you are getting the data from mainframe, then from the mainframe data, if I want to bring it to Informatica, then I can go for this normalizer. Instead of source qualifier, I can go for normalizer transformation. That's what we can use the normalizer. COBOL source, it will be like a vsub file. Instead of source qualifier, the normalizer will be used. In normalizer, we have two columns. Okay, two columns extra. So what is the column? GK and GCID. What is GK? GK is nothing but generated key value. GCID is nothing but generated column value. So this normalizer, it's a very rarely used transformation. We will not use frequently. This is very rarely used, but interview they are asking sometimes. If they are asking questions, have you used normalizer? Yes, I have used to transpose the data. So what kind of data it is? So you can tell them this is what I have used. Okay, for example, I will ask some questions. You tell me the answer for this question. Okay, you tell me the answer for this question. So if you take this particular table, I have the student data. Look at here, left hand side, you have the student related data, student ID, student name, student marks like mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology. Say all the marks we have. And then if I want to find out this particular student average mark, how will you find? So each and every student's average mark I have to find out. So row wise aggregation, not which transformation will use? Expression, not aggregator. Okay, remember this. Aggregator will be used column level aggregation only. Okay, if I'm asking like what is the average mark in mathematics, then you can go for aggregator. Okay, who got maximum mark in mathematics? How will you find? Who got maximum mark in mathematics? So aggregator will give you this data only, right? Aggregator will give you 1003 Ramesh 93. Is that fine? Is that correct? I want to find out who got maximum mark in mathematics. If you use aggregator, what will happen? 2093 will get. Last record, it will be loaded, right? This is what you will be getting. Is that correct? No. You should get like this. Which is the transformation you can go for? We have seen the transformation. So you have to go for rank transformation, right? Rank on mathematics, top one. So it will take this record, correct? You should not go for max of. Max of, if you are going with the last record only, you will be getting. That's wrong. If I'm asking which is the maximum mark in mathematics, then you can go for aggregator. But who got maximum mark? That you have to go for rank transformation. Okay. So my question is different now. So what is the maximum mark for Arun on which subject? So what is the highest mark for Arun and which is the subject? I'm asking. Like a row level highest I'm asking, and the column name I want. Say for an example, Arun got highest mark in physics 98. So that is what I have to get it like this. So mark, maximum mark and which subject. So how can I get it? So can I get the column name? Is it possible to directly get the column name? Is it possible? Is it possible row level highest mark? No. So for that, we have to convert the row into single row into multiple rows here. That's what multiple columns here into a single column. So how we are converting? So I'm going to have this 1000 Arun 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4. So like this, I'm going to convert marks. Like you have the mark in like 87, 98, okay, 7, 98, 93, and then 84. So like this, I'm converting. How I'm converting? I'm converting the single row into multiple row here, or multiple column into single column. So row into column. So row into column. So like this, I'm converting it. So this is called occurrence. This is called occurrence. What is occurrence here? So occurrence number equal to 4. If I'm going to give occurrence is 4 times it will be placed and I'll be getting marks like this. Okay. So like this, the mark will be placed like this. Okay. So what is this? What is this? Like this. And then again, you are going to do all the other marks. So you are going to have a 16 times like this, right? You're going to have, so like this. So here, the GKID will be created. In Normalizer, one extra column will be created. So that column name is called the GKID. The GKID column is nothing but generated key value. Generated key value. It's a sequence of numbers. Say for an example, I have the 4 columns and 4 values, 4 cross 4, you'll be getting 16 numbers. Next time, if I'm going to run the same session, you'll be getting from 17 to the numbers. Okay. Sequence of numbers will be generated. What is GCID? Generated column ID. The column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, 4. By using the column number, I can identify what is the column name. If I'm getting column number 1, I can say it's a mathematics. Column number 2, I can say it's a physics. Column number 3, I can say it's a chemistry. 4, biology. So how can I get? I need to get this particular record. This particular record. So what is the transformation I can use now? After converting it, what is the transformation I have to use? So normalizer will convert this into this, like this. After that, I need to take this one alone. This one and this one, this one, this one alone I have to take. It's nothing but highest mark in the subject and which subject I have to take. This record I have to take. How to take? Which is transformation? So I can go for rank transformation. I can go for aggregator, no issues. I can get the aggregator. So it will give you 1000 Arun 98, but it will give you 4 GCID 4. For all the record, it will give you GCID 4 only. Okay. For all the record, it will give you GCID 4 only. GC, by using the GCID only, I can find, okay, which is mathematics or physics or chemistry or biology. If the GCID is 2, then I can say it's a physics. GCID is 3. Okay. Column ID 3, what is that? Chemistry. Column ID 1, it's nothing but mathematics. Am I correct? So do the ranking. Okay, do the rank on marks, group by student ID, and if the GCID 2 decode like physics, 1 mathematics, 3 chemistry, 4 biology. Okay. So after the normalizer, use rank transformation to convert it. So get the information. Clear? The normalizer, it is used to convert the data. That's all. Say for an example, here I have the table. In this particular data set, I will give you this particular data set. Please create this. S underscore student underscore NRM. You create this table and load the data. Target also you create it and load the data. Okay, so I will go to the Informatica. Look at here, I will open the designer. You look at here, I have the table, source table and target table. I will show you this. This is what normalizer will be used, but in real time, you can use the normalizer for the VSAM file. So select start from S underscore student underscore NRM is the table name normalizer. Okay. I will take the same table in target. I will truncate the table first. Very first, I will truncate the table. Sorry, I will truncate the table. This table is T underscore. Okay. So you can see here as of now, nothing is there in the table. So I will use Informatica to load the data. So I will go here. I will go to source. First, I will go here source. Source I will import from database. Use that HR schema. You can take so s underscore student underscore NRM. Okay. This particular table I'm taking. So I'm just pulling this particular table s underscore student underscore NRM. Look at here. I have the student ID, student name, mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology. And I'm going to the target. Go to target, import from database. Click on core and then go to the T underscore student underscore NRM. Okay, this particular table I can take it. Then I can go to the mapping designer. Can go to the mapping, create M underscore normalizer transformation. Normalizer transformation. So I can take first table is source table is I can take student underscore NRM. Target I will take on the right hand side. Normally this is what a normalizer. So look at here normalizer, we have one small changes in normalizer transformation. Normally any transformation you can drag and drop the source data into source column into transformation, right? We can drag and drop source column into transformation, we can drag and drop. But a normalizer we cannot drag and drop. Normalizer we cannot drag and drop. Look at here, cannot copy a column to this particular transformation. So normally whatever the column needed for a target, so that column we have to create here. We have to create here. Go to normalizer, double click on this. Go to normalizer here, tab normalizer. Here you can add the plus symbol. So add a new column to this table. You can add it. So how many columns I need? So GKID, GCID is default column. First I will create a student ID, student name and marks. I'll go here, go to the student ID, we'll go to the student name, and then marks. Okay, so marks here, student ID, so occurrence. The marks only you have to give the 4 occurrence. Why 4 occurrence? 4 marks we have, that's what. So if you give 0 occurrence, by default it will take 1. Okay. If you give 0 occurrence, by default that column will be taken as 1 occurrence. So student ID is number, student name is string. See, if you look at here in normalizer, we'll be having only 3 data types. What are the 3 data types? One is number, string, and end string. These are all the 3 different data types are there. Okay, end string, number, and string. So if I have date of birth, student date of birth is one of the column. How can I handle it in normalizer? So date of birth column cannot be handled directly. So before this normalizer, you can have one expression transformation, convert the date and time format into a character format. Okay, by using the toker. You convert it. So after that, you can use this particular data type, string data type. And then after that normalizer, you can use it again. Again, you can go for convert into date column. That is possible. So number here. So number data type, string number. What is the precision? So string I can go for 100 characters also. The marks I can have it 10 characters, no issues. This is what. Just you can give the 4 occurrence. Occurrence is very, very important. Click on apply. Okay. If you look at here, I just created 3 columns, right? 3 columns. What is the column? Student ID, student name, marks. See, automatically it has created student ID, student name, and marks, GK and GCID. GK generated key value, GCID. So it will automatically create in target. It has only target. Look at here. It has only target port, not source port, right? So and you can take all the columns from the source. You can take, since I made it like a occurrence equal to 4 on the mark column. It's having mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, mark 4, right? You have the 4 different columns. Then you can take GKID, GCID. Is it necessary to have this GKID, GCID to target? No, it is not necessary. Just to show you what data is getting loaded, just I'm taking. I'll be go to the workflow manager. Just I will be creating workflow, but this time I'm not doing the top 1 and all. So after that, I will do top 1 rank. So that we will see. If you look at here, I'm going to the mapping, go to workflows, create WF underscore normalizer transformation. Normalizer transformation. Okay. Transformation, you can use session here, the normalizer. Then you can have this, double click on it and go to mapping. Source should be pointing to source. Target should be pointing to target. Can go a little bit down. You can use truncate target table. Okay, this is what you can apply. Okay, save this. It's a valid one. Then you can go for start workflow. So it will get loaded here. So you can see here, there is no data as of now, but once started, it will load the data. So it will load 4x4, 16 data will be loaded. 16 records will get loaded. It's running. So this is what succeeded. You can see here it got succeeded. So normally in any other transformation, you'll get the same number of record or less number of record. In normalizer, you'll get more number of record. In source, we have 4 records. But look at your target, 4 into 4, you are getting 16 records. If you go and check here, target, so this is what we are getting it. Okay. Okay, so now look at here. So 1000, you group it, take the highest one. Okay, 2 is nothing but, so first one is nothing but mathematics, 2 is nothing but physics. So that subject should be loaded. So sometimes you may ask question, if I'm not giving any column to this particular column, okay, any port I'm not giving, so what could be the value? So normally it will load with null, right? For all the data, it will load with null. So I have to load it here. How can I do? I can bring the rank transformation here. Just to bring the rank transformation. So based on the scenario, you have to use a transformation. That's all. So after the marks, I have to create a subject. So create one column called O underscore subject. O underscore subject. A string column. You can go for 50 characters also, no issues. Then make it like a O underscore. In rank transformation also, you can write expression. You can go here expression. So here you can write expression. So what is the expression? You can write the decode logic. So decode of which column I have to use? GCID. Decode of GCID. If it is 1, it is a mathematics, correct? Mathematics. If it is 2, then it is a physics. You are decoding it. This is called decoding. Physics. Real time, we will use the decode many times, many project, many logic. Okay. So physics, 3rd is chemistry, 4th is biology. So like this, you have to decode it, biology. And then you can validate it. It should be validated. So decode of GCID marks. It is 1 mathematics, 2 physics, 3 chemistry, 4 biology. So you can go for a number here. And apply OK. Then student ID to all the columns. You can drag and drop. So in the rank, you have to do rank on which column? Rank on marks. Rank on marks. Group by student ID. Rank on marks, group by student ID, top 1. Top 1 mark you have to take, right? So top 1, just you can take, Control S. Then refresh it. Refresh. Then you can go for start workflow. To be started, you can see here the data, it will get loaded. So now it got loaded only 4 data, right? So this is what you have to answer it. Look at here. So now it is loading with chemistry, physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. So correctly it is loading, right? This is chemistry, mathematics, and biology. So this is what we have. Okay, clear on this? So this is what you can use the normalizer transformation. Okay, in order to convert normalizer, okay, we have used normalizer to convert our vsum file. The file is from mainframe. So instead of source qualifier, you have to use the normalizer. If they're asking, have you used normalizer? Yes. So one time I have used normalizer. So we have received data from COBOL file, that is vsum file. In order to bring it to our Informatica, we have used normalizer. Instead of source qualifier, we have used normalizer. So normalizer, we have two extra port called GKID, GCID. And in normalizer, we have three different data type. One is number, string, and in string. So these are all the options. Occurrence, you have to tell all this. So if they are telling this, then they will get convinced.